What's up, guys? It's Nick here with some raw day trading. And today, the markets were raw. I was okay. I lost a little bit of money into the early part of the day. I kind of ended the morning session down $70. And then in the late afternoon and then after hours, because of all the tariff volatility, I ended up being up, 300 and change. Let me just see here. Ended up being up like 367. Okay. It's an okay day. Nothing really to write home about. But what is news is the news that the tariff made here. The SPY made a little kind of new low here. So went down and tapped 41.90 something, 541.90 something on the SPY. I traded TQQQ short on the announcement. I was kind of watching the back check of the 200-day moving average here, and usually just I've done this 5 years. I've had some kind of people that I've watched who explain this stuff really well. And even though I don't trade normally these large cap stocks, normally what happens on these big announcements, a la like a Fed announcement, the initial move gets reversed. And so this initial move was very positive right here. You see this kind of, he starts talking right about here, and then he just talk. And I've kind of paid so much attention to Trump that I know his kind of personality, and I kind of knew that it wasn't quite going to go the way that everyone thought it was going to be super good. About in this second 1 minute candle here, I was like, yeah, there's something about this where he's setting it up to, because everyone was expecting him to be a little bit laxer on trade than he ended up being. And I was also listening to this guy, Meet Kevin, at the same time. Shout out to him, while he was kind of talking through it, and he was talking about, the numbers and everything. But I think before the numbers came out, I could kind of tell that what Kevin was saying and he's really good with all the expectation stuff, really good with this kind of large cap, doing what the market expects and kind of breaking that down. And based off that, and then based off, he was saying that Trump was going to be softer on tariffs than he's been signaling. And by the way, Trump was talking, because I have so much time that I listened to him, I was like, that's not going to happen. Or at least I didn't think it was, and I was willing to bet on it. And so, I took a small short here at 69.50 or 70.50, something like that, 57.50. And I was like, okay, it's going to look really good, and then it's going to get reversed. And that's kind of what I bet on. I kind of fumbled this trade here, even though it was a winner. Made $40, not that big a deal. But then I had a couple more $40 winners, and I ended up making $150, which fuck, I'll take it, But they were all short, and it just really breaks down right here. I don't hold any of them meaningfully long enough to have, great trade on it. But the other thing is it kind of keeps dripping off into over here. And for the world, it's kind of bearish, honestly. We're just the whole outlook is going to be an interesting. It's like the Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times. Well, we sure do live in the most of interesting times. Because essentially the way everything's set up is we borrow lots of money, and everyone sells to us and then sells to us and then with that profit lends back to us, or at least that's how some of it's work. Like with Japan, Japan's a big one who holds a lot of dollar denominated debt, but in a sense, like, and then on top of all that, like we're just like the best market, and so everybody is kind of like dependent on us. And so I get what Trump's doing, I get why he's trying to do it, but boy, oh boy, this is going to be an adjustment. So we'll see what goes forward. um, shorts worked out the short worked out really well. I think maybe I could see myself, even though I don't generally tend to trade short, like with this kind of downside momentum and this really kind of bearish sentiment, I could see myself, you know, I've resisted it for a long time, but with this sort of like tailwinds, like if that's the only way to make money, or like the clearest way to make money, why not join it? Um, yeah, anyways, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow in the markets, so stay tuned, and I will catch you all tomorrow. My results are not typical. Day trading is risky. I don't recommend day trading. But I will catch you on the flippity flip. Peace out.